Good afternoon, all. On behalf of IoT Academy, we welcome you all for the one-day national level faculty development program on green audit and energy audit. Let me introduce the resource person of today's session, Dr. Syed Junaid Al-Abbas. Dr. Syed is currently working as a HOD and Assistant Professor, Department of Environmental Science, Arts, Commerce and Science College, Palghar, Maharashtra. His educational qualifications include BSc, MSc, and PhD in Environmental Science. He has 11 years of teaching experience. He has presented and published numerous papers in various national and international journals. Some of them include Remote Sensing and GIS Approach for Water Pollution and Management and Study on Water Quality Parameters. Dr. Syed has attended numerous FDPs, seminars, workshops, and conferences. He is a member and a reviewer of international journals of Photon Journal, Water Research and Humanities, Social Science and Education. He is also selected as a member of editorial board in PJRES International Journal in Environmental Sciences. We welcome you, sir. And with this, we hand over the session to Dr. Syed. Sir, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon to all of you. First, to introduce myself, I am Dr. Syed Junaid Al-Abbas from Maharashtra, Mumbai, University of Mumbai. Dear friends, today we are lecture on the green audit and energy audit in higher education. So, we have to start the first of all, what is the mean of sustainable development or what is the sustainable development? If we see, the sustainable development is a very essential to this generation. And we have to start about this, first of all, what is the generation? It means the energy audit, green audit, it is the basic fundamentals, and that will be introduced through the first report of the United Nations Conference, Environment and the Development held on 1992 to Rio de Janeiro. In this conference, the presentation of the Brundtland report is presented about the environment, and in this conference, the presently work on the environment crisis and sustainable development. On this issue, we have to starting this point from the sustainable development. We know about what is the meaning of the sustainable development. Sustainable development, it means what? It is the resource which can the approach in the present, your future for the saving. So, first we understand about what is the mean of audit. You know, everybody see what is the audit. We have to knowing about what is the mean of audit, and everyone understand and known about the audit. It is a very essential factor. It is the collection and data, selection of the data collection. It is a binding of this report. That is the annual audit. In this audit, we have to present or we have to calculate or we have to selection of data in your audit report. If you see, the audit is an examination of the accounts of authority expert. It is overall the business practices or problem solve, not to problem, that is goal of the behind the identification or the regulated the audit. This audit is also presently it advocates understanding the organizing system and management system that allow to identify the root causes of performance deficiency and the prescribing the optimum corrective action. According to identification of ISO 19011, audit is a systematic, independent and documentation process of the obtaining audit evidence and the evaluation of the objectively determine the extent to which audit criteria reports. Next, ma'am. So in audit, if you see the three, first one is environmental audit. The audit is dividedly so many format or types, but we want to see the first of all, what is the environment audit? What is the role of environment audit? After that, we are seeing the energy audit and green audit. So this environmental audit is established first of all United Nations 1917 for to checking the whether the company and the applying a new environmental laws and regulation. In this agency, they are introducing about the environmental how to environmental auditing are prepared or the what is the role of the environmental audit. In this audit, is term taken to financial according to the inter the nations of variation of the practices and certificates of data in terms of the environmental management objective of this audit. Next one. If you see some important points are in the environment audit, that is the interruption of the environmental monitoring data, establish a record of changes associated with the implementation. Some of the parameters we are including that environmental monitoring system. It also impact for the purpose of assessing accuracy of the prediction of the environment. It also management system practice or procedure for the environment. It is essential or determine the degree and scope of any necessary remedial or control measure in case of non-compliances or in the event that the organization environmental objective are achieved. Next one. So this is the environmental audit. In the first, we see the what is in environmental audit. We see the first of all the energy audit. What is the energy audit? What is the role of energy audit? And what we have to use this point in your institution level. Dear friends, the green audit is a very important factor for every institution and also the industrial level. Why? Because now the in sustainable development, it will be described about the pollution. In green audit, we have to conserve the plantation and to reduce the pollution in our surrounding environment. See, what is the concept of environmental audit, green audit? The concept, if you see the concept, the green audit is the process of identification and determining whether the institute practices are eco-friendly, sustainable. The main objective to carry out of the green audit, the green audit carry is check to green practices, follow the educational institution and to conduct a well-formulated audit report to understand where we stand on the scale of environment soundness. That is the concept of green audit. In green audit, we have to collection of our institutional plantation process or introduction about the how many plants and which are the plants we are plantation in our institution, in your gardening and your campus. Okay. So the next point is reducing environmental impact. In this concept, green audit, that is a very important factor is reducing environmental impact. It means what? We reducing the waste, water and energy cost through the annual saving are typically greater than our fee or the audit. Improving relation with the stakeholders, providing the foundation for the environmental management system, that is the EMS, such as ISO 14001 at a late of the date. So, dear friends, ma'am, first, okay, next. So, the environmental audit, sorry, the green audit, we are how to evaluate the green audit. It is simple and method which are easily evaluated or performing doing the green audit report, but it will be conducted by through the government identify institution or any agencies or any NGOs that will be authentic for the NAC. Okay, because the energy audit and green audit, we are collected or we are evaluated or performing this report for the NAC purposes. In NAC, if you see the NAC in 7 criteria, it is a very essential for the NAC, and it will conduct it near about 30 to 40 marks for this report in our NAC in higher education. So that's why we have to conduct it, these environmental audit, green audit and energy audit. But you understand that this energy audit and green audit, we are also conducted, but it is not authentic for the NAC. It will be conducted by the reputed any NGOs, any institution, they're recommended by the central government or state government or any NGOs. Okay. So first we see energy audit. So energy audit we have to conduct it by the on-site. First one, please. First, they are conducting from 3 sites. On-site. What is the on-site? On-site, it means that they understand the scope of audit, analyze the strength and the weakness of the internal conducting, conduct the audit, evaluate the observation of audit program, prepare a report of observation by site. If you understand, we are prepare the audit report. We have some important points, on-site point. That is the, on your screen, you have to see the some important 5 points that will be easily to conducted the energy audit report. The first one is understand scope of audit. Why we are the evaluated or identified the or calculated this energy audit. What is the scope of this audit? Number one. Number two, we analyze strength weakness of this point, conduct the audit, evaluate the observation of audit program, and prepare the report by the on-site. Next, ma'am. Next slide. So these first one, energy audit. There are mainly 3 types: internal audit, external audit, and audit. Okay. The internal audit, it will, sorry, 2 types. It is 2 types: internal audit, external audit. In internal audit, it means what? It is evaluated by the any college or any institute by self committee members. Okay. In college level, we are conducting the environmental committee or energy audit. In this committee, we are to give to the power for the conducting of the energy audit and green audit. Okay. Ma'am, next slide. Next slide. Okay. Stop here. Stop here, ma'am. Internal. This, we have to conduct it 2 ways. That is one internal and that external. Internal means what? We have to collect it through the ourselves or our college committee. External is, it means what? That the environmental lead auditors or any agency recognized by the ministry or environmental or forest government of India, that will be collected this report. So that's why there are the 2 types, connecting 2 types, internal audit and external audit. But for the NAC purpose, we have to conduct the through the external audit. That our internal audit report is not valid for the NAC. It is only valid for the external way. Okay, external audit. Next one. Next slide. Okay. So what is the strategy for the green audit? There are 3 points, 3 main important things: that pre-audit, audit, post-audit. Number one is pre-audit, audit, and post-audit. That is the 3 stages for to conducting the green audit. In first stage, if you see in pre-audit, it means the planning. We are the planning how to evaluate, how to understand, how to calculate the in our campus, in your institute. We have to evaluate all things. For example, what is the area of your campus? How many apart from the area for gardening or plantation or building construction or any kind of this. In the scope of identities, ideas defined various initiatives during the academic year are confirmed. That is, create a audit team. In pre-audit, the college or the committee to commit a committee for the conducting of some basic information or basic data from your institution or your college. Okay, in that first, create the audit team, include a mixture of skill, talent, and perspective. In that, we have to include one person, environment, botanical, or zoological. Both are, if we available these three mans or three departments, then we can use for purpose in this report. Why? Because the botanical teacher or professor, they are easily identify the plantation, which plant are present in our campus, what is the name, what is the genera, what is the species. We can easily understand and prepare the reports of these. Okay. Number two, create a audit plan. When we want to create the audit plan, the some of the statistical point we are present in that. So if we present in a mathematics teacher or statistics teacher, we can also involve this committee. Okay. Then next one is request a review document including. So in this mechanism, we have to use different kinds of the department teachers. But in that, we have to essentially use the environment or botanical teacher and mathematics teacher. Next, next slide, ma'am. So this first in permit and permit application, production records, reports, previous audit, including correction action. We have to prepare all things. We have this pre-audit list of the question that regulate would ask following of question or priority audit and requested for the additional material needed. Any kind, this all, for example, being the fill in the disclosure of the violation table as the issues to creating some of the issues or some problems we are also is mentioned in that. Next slide. Second, audit. In this second procedure, that is the process of actual audit. First is planning. Second is the process to actually doing the audit. In this report, the college has or the institute have conducting green audit format and audit committee like set the ground rules, determine the happiness with the issue they identify, conduct daily meeting to keep the every format, perform document review. It means in this policies, complaints, training, air, water, waste, noise control, monitoring and record, emergency response procedure. These all things are recorded in your audit report. Next. Response to complaints, check document for the complaints consisting legal complaints and whether it's up to date. These are the important factors. Some points are which is used in this second point, second report. Okay. Conducted a site inspection, evaluate operation for compliance, take sample if needed, interview ESH personal operation management maintenance to see if possible are understood and the constantly handled by easily. Discover issue from concern, conducting a closed meeting, listening and discussing of all issues, developing corrective action for each issue. This is the second in process. Next. Third, post audit. We see the first in planning, second is strategy, and third one is action plan or workout plan. In action plan, we have the college authority review environmental related initiatives that implement according the inter audit report remedy formation and which is prepared by the academics. It means audit report remedies, it formulates the action plan for the next academic year duration in order to have better environmental sanitization. Prepare the environmental audit report and disclose the violation form, list confirm issue and area of concern, list action items and required follow-up. That are the third procedure. Next one. So in short, we have to explain about the green audit. In green audit, we have to three ways to prepare report. In this green audit, we have just identify our area and in this area, which plants are used in that. And these plants, the different kinds of variation of plants which are present in our campus. We have to identify and they have to specific the name, each and every plant, how many they are plants, what is the concentration of the plant, what is the role of this plant, and which plant is reduce the air pollution. Okay, and the wastewater, we have to the wastewater we have utilized for the growing of the plantation process also, because the wastewater we cannot use for the any kind of purpose, for example drinking or other purpose, but it can be used for the plantation or waste, waste material, waste use. Okay, that is the energy audit. This is a very easily understand or performing the energy audit. It is not hard, but will easily understand. It perform or compilation of three factors which is include in pre, post and audit, pre-audit and post-audit. This procedure we follow and we have to collect it. That some of the in this report the specific format we are the present in that we are not disclosed in this PPT because they are a confidential data and we can not explain in this PPT. If anybody want this data or about the regarding that, we can explain on personally. But on the in this PPT we are not declare this data because they are confidential. If anybody know the about, they easily to prepare this. But just you to understand that we have to prepare the report. In this report, we just infer or collection of data about the campus plantation, and we know about the how many plants, which are the plants are present in our campus, and each and every plant we have to uh, naming and preparing this in energy audit, sorry, green audit. So next, energy audit. So dear friends, what is the energy audit and what is the role of the energy audit? If we see the energy audit, an energy audit will identify energy saving opportunity. It will be help you understand your energy uses and way to use energy better. An energy audit can identify the safety concern without electrical system, wiring and ventilation, thus making your home or business or your institutional. That is the role of the energy audit. This energy audit we have to use for what? How many energy we are consumption and use in daily routine life in your institution, in your home, in your companies, anyway. So an energy audit can be defined. If you see the definition of, we can explain in the format. In energy audit is the key to systematic approach decision making in area energy management. It attempts to balance the total energy input with it use and serve the identify all energy stream in facility. That means we have to collection the data of the energy from different ways. Okay. So this energy audit will be identify the energy saving opportunity. It will help you understand your energy uses and way to energy better. And energy audit can identify safety concern with electric systems, lighting and ventilation, thus making the home business for safe. And this is use of the energy audit. Next slide. This energy audit is applied on the Act of 2001, Energy Conservation Act 2001. In this Energy Conservation Act 2001 is described or defined. The energy audit is defined as the verification, monitoring and analysis of the use of the energy, including submission of technical reports containing recommendation for improving energy efficiency with cost, benefit analysis.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir.
Next slide, ma'am. What is the need for energy audit? If you know about the my friends, energy now in day in industry, the three top operating expensive of energy are often found the energy is both electrical and thermal. Now we are currenting the energy, we are production of energy, we are different way, like through the dam, through the nuclear, through the wind, any of kind we are the production of the energy. But now recently the energy we have to consumption, the energy cost is day by day increasing and production was decreasing. Okay, so many problems we are finding in the energy conservation. So that's why the energy audit would given a positive orientation to energy cost reduction, prevention, maintenance, and quality control programs, which are vital for the production and utility activities. Such an audit program will help to keep focus on variation which occur in the energy cost, availability and reliability of the supply of energy, decided on appropriate energy mix, identifying energy with conservation technology, reports to energy conservation equipment it for use. Next slide. So this energy is refer is for what? To conservation of energy. Like energy audit is the translation of conservation ideas into the realities by leading technical feasibility solution with economic and other organized consideration with a specific time of frame that can be used for the is activity or audit provide the benchmark. It refers point. Okay, next. So what types of the energy audit? If we see the first we see the energy audit, they are conducting from the three way: audit, pre-audit, post-audit, same as is like the energy. We have to, what is the role of the energy audit? We see next before slide, and how to evaluate, calculate, or we are the compiling the energy audit. So dear friends, so what is the function? First we see the types of energy audit performing depend on function and type of the industry or institution, depth to which the final audit is needed, potential and magnitude of cost reduction desired. That is the main performing point of the energy audit. And thus, these audits can be classified into following two types: preliminary audit and detailed audit. Next slide. If we see the preliminary energy audit, we have some related exercise we have obtained. That is what? Establishing energy consumption in organization, establish the scope of for saving, identify the most likely and easiest area of attention, identify the immediate, especially no low cost equipment savings, safe reference point, identify areas of more detailed study measurement, preliminary energy audit, use existing or easily obtained data. They are all points are in preliminary energy. In that we have to understand the energy consumption, which instrument or which apparatus we have to, how many energy consumption and what is the consumption of per day, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 hour to 12 hours, 24 hours, 1 week, 1 month. We have to observe all these things for the consumption of energy. Next slide. Second is detailed energy audit methodology. In detailed energy methodology, we have to understand that in comparative this energy method, audit provides a detailed energy project implementation plan for a facility, since it evaluates all major energy using system. In that, this type of audits offer the most accurate estimate of energy saving and the cost. It considers the interactive effects all the projects account for the energy use of the all major equipment and includes detailed energy cost saving calculation and project cost. In that we have to how many costs we are expenditure on that energy in our institutional. We have to identify all these things. Actually, these phase are divided in three: pre-audit, audit, and post-audit. We see three pages one by one. Next slide. So if we see, this energy audit is a guide for conducting energy audit. To comprehensive 10-step methodology for conducting energy audit is field level presenting. Ma'am, first one slide, please, back. Okay, next.
This one, sir.
Thank you. So, my dear friends, in energy audit, we have to compilation a report. So, in this report, what we can compiling the report. So, first of all, you have to understand in our college or institutional, so many departments are present. For example, one college have near about 10 departments. Okay, any engineering or engineering applied sciences or any colleges or any institutional or university level, they have performed so many buildings. Okay, so many buildings, and these buildings are various departments are present, and these various departments we have to use the different kinds of the instruments, apparatus, uh, conservation of energy instrument we are the absorb. So in energy audit, we have to specify specific each and every, from bulb to instrument, how many energy consumption each and every instrument per day, per week or month we have to calculate it, and specifically we have to absorb or evaluate it, these energy consumption instrument, how many each instrument consumption of the energy, that will the in present in your report. Next slide. Next slide, ma'am. So the first stage, if we see the first stage in audit phase activity, in activity structured methodology, we are to performing the any one structure with methodology carry the energy audit. It is necessary for the efficient working and essential study of this site should always be carry out the planning of the procedure necessary for an audit report. For example, what? It will be do the initial site visit and preparation required for detailed auditing. For example, you have to prepare also a committee which are in present in physics teacher or in physics and mathematical teacher, because the physics teacher is easily evaluated the instrumentation, uh, power consumption. They have to easily understand each and every instrument or any apparatus to use in your institution or any kind of the uh, instrument we can use, how much energy they are consumption, that easily understand and to uh, prepare this on this report. Next slide. On this, all these sites we have to necessary senior management that aims of the energy audit discuss the economic guidelines associated with the recommendation of the audit, analyze the major energy consumption data with the relative personnel, obtain site drawing where valuable building layout scheme, distribution, compressed air distribution, electricity distribution, all this distribution we are the evaluate in this report. Tour the site combined by engineering and production this way. Next slide. The main aim of the this visit area, if we see, we have to identify the any visit area for the analyzing energy report. So some point we have to important for the this, what are we are doing on site the preparation of data for energy audit. Number one, to finalize energy team, same as like we can first we say the in a green audit report, we have to create a team or a committee to evaluate this report, to identify the main energy consuming area, plant item to be surveyed during the audit. Number two. Number three point, to identify an existing instrumentation additional metering requirement we are used for in that, to decide that whether the any meters will have be to be installed prior to the auditing. For example, kilowatt, watt or steam, oil or gas meters. Okay, to identify the information required for carrying audit and audit planning, plan with the time frame, to collect micro data or plant energy resource, major energy consumption centers. It will create awareness through the meeting programs. These all factors we are evaluated or identified on the on-site preparing of the audit report, rough report. Next, ma'am, slide. Phase second. In phase second, detailed energy audit report. In that, we are depending on the nature complex of the site. A comprehensive audit can take from several weeks to several months to complete detailed study to establish and investigate energy and material balance for specific plant, departments or items of process equipment are carried out. Whether possible check of plant operation are carried out over extended periods of item at night and at weekend as well as during the normal daytime working hours to ensure that nothing to overload. Number one. The next one is the audit report will be include description of energy input and product output by the major department or by major processing function and will evaluate the efficiency of each step the manufacturing process. Means of improving this efficiency will be listed and at least a preliminary assessment of the cost of the improvement will be made to indicate the expected payback on the capital investment needed. That will be audit report should be conclude with specific recommendation for detailed energy study and feasibility analysis, which must be performed to justify the implementation of those conservation measures, the requirement instrument in energy audit. Second phase. Next slide. So the information to be collected during the detailed audit include we work on the detailed audit report, then we have to evaluate some data collection. That is what the energy consumption by the type of energy, by department, by major item of process equipment by end use. It means we have to do, for example, we have to physics department. So many kinds of the instrument we are using physics department. So in department we have to major items. It means high level, high consumption of energy instrument, medium consumption of instrument, lower consumption of energy instrument. We have to separate by departmental wise, each and every department. Number two, in that we see material balance data. It means raw material, intermediate and final products, recycled material, use of scrap or waste production, product production by the production of reuses in other industry, etc. It means we have to some raw material we are in our institutional or any industry we can use or create the energy from energy. For example, solar energy, we can use how much kind of the solar energy also we can display in a report. Energy cost and traffic data. It means what? How many monthly energy we are used in every month energy and how many costs we are pay for this energy. For example, we have to energy consumption each and every month. In year 12 months, we are the not same energy consumption because the energy billed are different from each and every month. Some months are higher, some months are lower, or if you see the holiday in season, holiday vacation, this consumption of energy is very low and bill was also very low. Process and material flow diagram. In this process, so we have to create a process and one flow diagram for the consumption of, it means to create a process, each department, each building, each administrative office or principal office, any kind of office or department, how much energy by our consumption, by day consumption. We have to evaluate or calculate our process. We are performing a flow chart or a diagram. Next, generation and distribution of site services. It means what? Compressive air or steam. We are preparing in this point. Okay. Source of energy supply. So in that electricity from the grid or self generation. For example, we are to use the energy from the government authority or any private agency to produce the to performing to give the energy, or we have to self uh, produce the energy. For example, solar energy through the solar machinery or solar instrumentation, how many energy we are creating from the solar, and how much reduce the electric energy from the other sources. That comparison are important. Okay. Potential for fuel substitution, process modification, and the use of the cogeneration system, combine heat and power generation. It means what? How to energy consumption or creating this process we are explaining. Next slide, ma'am. In energy, the second one is that energy management produce an energy awareness training program with the establishment. Means to have to create the some college level programs. For example, how to save the energy, how to create the energy, as like, and how to create a campaigning about the to use the solar energy products. Okay, that is the important for in this audit report. The technology process use also equipment details, capacity of utilization, amount and type of input material we can use, water consumption, fuel consumption is also mentioned in the energy audit. Next slide. Electric generation consumption, steam consumption, other inputs such as compressor air, cooling water, etc., quantity and types of waste generation, percentage reduction, reprocessing, efficiency yield, these all process we are including the second phase. It means what? How many water we are waste generated, or we can the reprocess we can use. So some of instrument we can use for the reprocesses. If this process, this instrument when we use, how many consumption of energy, that instrument consumption of energy, that also record maintain in your report. Next. So that is the collection of hints. Some of the collection we are describing in the chart, and how to collection the data we are describing in the chart. That means measurement system should be easy to use and provide to info. Identification of the accuracy is needed, not accuracy that technical possibility of the flow chart of the energy. The quality of the data must be such that correct conclusion draw with use of the define the production of normal waste. Define the frequent data collection should be account for the process of verification on energy audit. Measurement exercise over abnormal workload period such as the startup and the shutdown area. This also essential for in this process. Design value can be taken where measurement are difficult. Cooling water through the heat exchanger. It is also mentioned in this report also. Next. So in this process, we have to overall some of the best draw process flow diagram and this process steps, identify waste stream and the obviously energy waste we are utilizing in this area. Next slide, ma'am. That is the chart of the energy consumption. For example, we are to creating the energy instrument, how, which are the condition. See, three ways we are explaining: energy, raw material, and waste penicillin G diagram. That is known the penicillin G diagram, which is what generators. Generators, what steam, air, cooling, water, seed incubation. Like we are explaining all this data in what is the condensation or contaminate the instrument we are using in this process. Major and minor we can use in this diagram. They are easily to understanding the energy consumption and raw material. Next slide. So the next is identification of energy conversion opportunity. For example, we can use the difference also energy. For example, use for this consumption of the energy, that is fuel substitution, energy generation, energy distribution, energy used by process. In this process, we have to use, for example, energy generation. We can use in energy generation identification of efficiency opportunity in energy conservation, equipment utilities such as captive power generation, steam generation in boilers, thermic fuel, heating, optimal loading, DG sets, minimize excess air combustion with boilers, thermic, fluid heating, optimizing its existing efficiency. Those are involved in this energy generation. Energy distribution, it means what? The energy we are, how many energy we are distribute through the water, chilled water, cold water, hot water for the instrumentation. Ener Next one is that energy use of process. It is utilization tool. We are the utilizing the purpose, different purpose of the energy process. Next slide. Technical and economic feasibility. In this technical and economic feasibility, we have some important points are explained on your screen in PPT. That is, the technical feasibility should be addressed the following issue. That is the technically speak, skill, manpower, reliability is also important. It will service also important. In that, if you see the efficiency measure, the safety, quality, production of the process is important. The maintenance requirement and specific availability is important. Economic vicinity after becomes the key parameter is essential for the understanding of the energy audit. Next one. That is the sample worksheet we are explaining that. See on your see, it's present on PPT screen. See this investment, annual operating cost, annual saving. If we see the investment, it means what? Equipment, civil work, instrumentation, and auxiliaries. Annual operating cost means cost of capital, maintenance, manpower, energy, discrimination. Annual saving, it means what? Thermal energy, electric energy, raw material, or waste disposal. We are playing in this important role in this energy. Okay. Next slide. This will be divided into month and multiplied by 12 months. Day is multiplied by month, month is multiplied by year. Then will be found the overall the percentage or consumption of energy and energy cost. So classification of energy conservation measurement. There are three types: lower cost, medium cost, and high cost. Okay, these three costs are depend on the institution. It means what? The structure of the structural information of the instrument and the availability of the instrument of the environment. If the availability of the instrument available of the infrastructure is large, that is the low, that is the high cost. The medium, that will be the medium cost, and the lower means the low cost. It depends on the project or your instrument. Next slide. So this is the project product guidelines. In this project guidelines, see, we are described in this process: good, maybe, held, and no. So economics, if you see what is priority, a good. It means what? Economic facility well defined and the attractive, existing technology equivalent, no risk, high flexibility. That is means a good. B, maybe. Maybe it means what? Well defined, only marginally acceptable, existing technology may be adopted, lack of information, minor operating risk may be feasibility. That is the B. C means held. C held. It means poorly defined and marginally unacceptable. It means existing technology in advocate, doubtful. Okay. This means D means that is no. It's clearly not attractive, need for the breakthrough, and not feasibility. That is the priority of good, maybe, held, and no. Next. Next slide. That is the energy audit. And we have to, in this energy audit, it is very easiest way: audit, pre-audit, post-audit. These three methods we can found in this energy audit. Energy audit and green audit, they are equal audit report. But in green audit, we are the collection of the plants and the species mentioned in green audit. And energy audit, in energy audit, we are the consumption of the electric energy. How much energy we are consumption in institutional level by the department wise, and yearly how much expenditure on this we are collecting in this energy audit. It is also easiest method to conduct the energy audit. But if we apply the NAC, we are facing the NAC, then you can use for the external audit report for the NAC purpose, not internal audit. Already I have explained about the internal audit and external audit. Internal audit, it means what? It is evaluated or calculated or conducted by the college committee, college level or institutional level. And external audit, it means what? That will be conducted by the external authority like state government, central government, approved agencies or any NGOs that will be introduced this process. These specific methods are formatting in different kinds of the process like audit, pre-audit, post-audit methodology. In these three methods, we are explain all the resources we are used or uh, use in this process, okay, and how much energy conservation or how much energy we are used in level, departmental level, we are the explain in that, and also how much reduction of energy conservation. It means what? How many costs? How many costs pay for the energy? How many natural? Through the nature we are conducting energy like solar energy, solar heat, or solar light, solar battery, through the consumption of solar battery that we are presenting in this method. The lastly point is the green audit, energy audit in the higher education. Currently, we are explaining about what is the role of the higher education. So, in this higher education, that is the role for is to utilization of the energy conservation in institutional level, college level, university level. We are explaining that, and this report we are explain you or prepared report where this report is are using the NAC procedure. Next slide. Some of the in criteria 7 we are explaining that small diagram. If you see on your screen, that is a small diagram which are explaining the green audit and energy audit is assigning in the criteria number 7 National Assessment Accreditation Council, which is self-governing organization of the India that declare the institutional grade A, B, C, and D. D is not valid for the NAC, but that is generally A, B, C. That is a valuable grade we are found in NAC. According to this score, assigning the time of the creation. What is the mean that the sustainable energy supply, responsible energy utilization, stakeholder, environment, social responsibility, higher education responsibility. What is the mean of the higher education? It is the easiest to way understand. The higher education just they say about in the social responsibility. Why? Because this social responsibility we are dividing into two areas, that is stakeholders, environment, and this stakeholder and environment also responsible for the energy utilization, and this energy utilization is the sustainable energy supply, that is the sustainable development. The starting we are explain about the what is the sustainable development. These all things is dependent or main use of the SD. SD means sustainable development. This chart is describing about this method, sustainable energy supply. Next slide. So that is the explain about the energy audit, green audit, and what is the role of the energy and green audit in higher education. So if any kind of the question, anyone, you can ask me.
The session is open for discussion now. We can unmute and interact with the resource person, or you can post the questions in the chat box also.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I am Dr. Preeta from Ramakrishna Women's College.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I am having a doubt whether the green audit and the energy audit will be conducted, that is the external audit will be conducted once in 5 years, or whether we need
No, ma'am. Each and every year. You have to conduct each year. We have to prepare the EQR first year, second year, third year, fifth year. After that, the NAC, we are submitting, each and every year we are submitting reports on the NAC criteria 7 in 7, and we
Yes.
have to conduct it each and every year. For example, we have to, we are working, for example, the academic year 2020-30, 23, 23, 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27, 20. The 5-year reports we have to evaluate for this NAC purpose, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon, sir. This is Mrs. Mona Soin from Home Science College, Chandigarh.
Yes, ma'am.
Now for NAC, after 2022, we have this condition that we have to get the energy and green audit done from some external agency.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
So what terms and conditions should we exactly be putting, in our requirement for the external agency to fulfill for these green and energy audit? What should be the basic terms and
Madam,
conditions?
okay. In slide third, ma'am, actually I mean describe about the external audit. It means what, ma'am? Any NGOs, any agencies or any companies that will be approved by state and central government. It means they are collaborative. Now today the MSME, you know about the small, medium, small agencies,
Yes,
government,
yes,
Bharat
of course,
Sarkar.
and they have to be
That were
ISO 9001
yes,
certified. That is okay, but any other
yes,
terms
yes.
or conditions that we have to
Nothing,
put
ma'am.
forward them?
No, ma'am. Just that two things are involved in this. That is the eligible for the energy audit and green audit.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank
Next
you.
question. So, any question from audience?
Any other questions?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
So myself Obi from KSR Women's College.
Yes.
So if there is any difference between the college located in urban area and rural area, based on that, if there is any advantages are there, sir?
Sir, that is the issue. Actually, I am also working in the tribal area. So the NAC is not any facility to available or any concession for that. You are working in village area or tribal area. They are knowing about that. They want only report. You are working in city, metro city or village, but you have to evaluate this two way, to energy audit and green audit. It is a compulsory for all of you. If we are not submitting this report, we have to reduce the near about 40 to 50 marks in a NAC, and that is the bad impact on your NAC. First, then came the NAC team. The second register, the second one member is registrar member. They can observe and they inform about. Can you tell me what is the give me the reports of the energy and audit report? The question is rising from any both of the NAC committee member, president or the second person, that is the registrar level member.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Welcome.
So how many internal and external audits we conducted per year?
Ma'am, we have to conduct internal audit is at the college level, ma'am. You have to conduct 6 months or 1 year, no problem. But external audit we are conducting every year, ma'am. We are a compilation of the IQR 5 years. So that's why I have to report each year 5 years report we want to the submission in NAC, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Participants, any other questions?
Okay. Any question regarding anyone, to please note my number. My personal my number is 7020531364. If any query regarding the energy audit, and I am also doing this energy audit in Maharashtra level. My agency is creating a report on the energy audit through the central and state government. If anybody wants, will do your energy audit report. Anyone? It is easily to create this report for you, and not more than the cost you apply for that. you can save my number, will send my team, and they will be collected your energy audit. And that is approved by the state and central government.
Hello, sir. 1 second, sir. Sir, again tell me your number, sir.
Okay, 7020 531364.
7020
7020
7020 53
5313.
again 53, sir.
No, no,
Hello, 7
531364.
531364.
Yes, yes.
So we will be sharing the details. So.
Just wait, I will send you my number for your communication. Then you have to easily to understand, or any query can you send me. Okay, I'm sending the message, my contact number. Just save it. Okay, so any question regarding to, you can ask me. Thank you, ma'am.
Shall we wind up, sir? We'll be sharing the details in the group, ma'am. Any other questions, participants? Shall we wind up, sir?
No problem, ma'am.
Yes. On behalf of IoT Academy, we thank Dr. Syed, sir, for the informative, enlightening, and enriching session. And we thank you once again for the amazing presentation, sir. And we thank you for enhancing our knowledge regarding green audit and energy audit with your commendable presentation, sir. We thank you very much for your efforts.
Thank you for
It
you.
was an amazing session.
Please wait, ma'am. Thank you for you also to have to give me opportunity every 3 months to presenting this energy and green audit. Thank you for IoT, all members. You have to give me good opportunity and informative sessions you are organized in short term. That will be the helpful for the every one teacher and every state. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. You're always welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. I thank all the participants for joining the session today. Kindly submit the feedback form using the link that has been posted in the chat box. Thank you all. Have a great day. Please submit the feedback form using the link that has been posted in the chat box. Thank you all. Dear participants, the certificates will be delivered within evening through mail. Please check in the spam and also in the promotional messages folders. Dear participants, the certificates will be delivered through mail within evening. Please check in the spam folder and also in promotional messages. Thank you all. Have a great day. Thank you for joining.
எதற்கு